Another great year for Skyrim animation scene has passed, and the tools that expand engine's capabilities keep seeing new breakthroughs. Welcome back to Animation Mods episode, a series in which we cover pretty much everything animation related, for both in and out of combat gameplay. As always, the goal is to showcase a little bit for everyone, from vanilla plus movesets all the way to more extreme animations for those who want to push engine's capabilities. Let's start with Open Animation Replacer. While it has been a bit ever since this open source tool has been released, it's important to mention it as it will be a requirement for all animations in this video. OAR is an incredibly powerful tool as it allows both users and authors to set conditions for different animations. Additionally, OAR ensures backwards compatibility, so everything we covered in the past episodes and that you used before will be managed properly by this tool. The best part about it all is that unlike in the past with DAR, you can now edit, manage, and preview animations with an in-game editor. With the release of this tool, most animators have decided to utilize it for their movesets, as it offers many new conditions while improving existing ones, increases animation limit while offering better stability, and many other features built upon its predecessor Dynamic Animation Replacer. With an additional plugin like paired animation improvements, the engine's capability in handling animations hasn't only been expanded but also drastically improved, enabling us to start adding movesets and overhaul everything at our disposal. Thank you to Raid for sponsoring today's video. There has never been a better time to start playing Raid, celebrating 5 years and going crazy with the amount of giveaways for new players. By clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code on a screen, you'll get bonuses worth $100. That includes Epic Champion Lady Atessa, 500k silver, and much more. Plus, after reaching level 25, you'll get additional 500k silver, epic skill tomes, and potions. However, that is not all. After downloading the game via my link, use the festive promo code FESTIVAL5 to get another Epic Champion Teriel, 500k silver, and a bunch of other rewards. With 5 million monthly users, Raid is marking its 5th anniversary and over that time frame has accrued an insane amount of content. Many of these features have been implemented just in the last year, so even if you played back in 2021, a game that awaits you is completely different now. The latest from 2023 are live arenas, Akumori boss, mythical champions, and a Cursed City. Cursed City being released a few months ago is one of my favorite new pieces of content, challenging players with 100 stages to complete, including those where you need to take down 2 of the raid bosses at the same time. Clearing these stages each month will earn you very precious rewards, including a free mythical champion. Due to the 5th anniversary of the game, there is also a month-long party happening in Teleria with events, tournaments, summon boosts, free gifts, and so much more. Also, I have a clan that goes by the name Black Rose Alliance, so feel to join me as soon as you can. Thank you to Raid for sponsoring the channel. Character themes are heavily determined by non-combat animation sets and play a huge role in regular gameplay and RP elements, so let's take a look at the additional animations that improve idles, walking and jogging for both male and female characters. Vanargand 2 for male characters is a complete remake of the previously covered set that firstly adds a 15-second looping idle to your chat characters with a menacing but collected weight shifting. Of course, walking has been animated as well with a similar theme in mind. The same set has also been animated for female characters, and although the animation theme is the same, it carries subtle differences that respectfully differentiates the two sexes. Same goes for walking, with female animations in particular brimming with confidence and imperiousness. Obviously, the set includes reworked jogging loop for both male and female characters, and is probably one of my personal favorites of all time. And in the comparison footage, we can see how Vanargand set presents the theme equally between sexes, while not making them identical. The same author has also reworked Leviathan non-combat moveset that carries the same theme as the last time we covered it. This time around, Leviathan obviously was intended for warrior-themed characters, with sudden weight shifting and good old fist clenching. Walking animations are more stylized and pronounced compared to its previous set, and looks pretty good if I can say so myself. Running animation seems to have its weight and volume toned down, turning it from very stylized into something more believable and controlled. Goes without saying that we have to briefly include Let Your Hair Down, covered in the best mods of 2023. This mod allows you to pre-select 2 different hairstyles and swap between with the press of a hotkey. Same with Read a Room, a mod with which you can physically take off your helmets. By the same author of Vanargand and Leviathan 2 non-combat sets also comes the recently released Pugilist animations. These mods come in separate sets for in-combat and out-of-combat stances, covering idols and also movements in every single direction. And to top it all off, adding unarmed combat moveset will be a cherry on top. This moveset is inspired by classical pugilism and has many combos that can be mixed with normal and power attacks, utilizing MCO as a framework. While adding player character specific animations can make them unique, I always like adding on top of that, ensuring that non-playable characters have also been reworked. It makes the world feel more alive as we diversify non-combat animations, and all ties in nicely with combat movesets, which we will get into very soon. Take a Seat has made its appearance in a first episode, but as it has been a staple of many mod lists and it has been updated with OAR, it does deserve another shoutout. It adds 14 new sitting animations across all characters in the world and is the most lore-friendly choice to use. Let us also diversify Jarls of Skyrim, more notably their throne-sitting idols, by providing them with a bigger pool of animations from which they can be randomly used. Jarl Sitting Animations is a mod that simply distributes Archivirthur's sitting animations to all Jarls in the province to add that much needed variety. Hand-warming idols for female characters is another mod that diversifies a single animation use. It does this by adding 6 additional and custom-made feminine hand-warming animations being used randomly, while of course utilizing OAR. They are subtle and unique and will be used by all female NPCs across the province. The same author has also created additional custom-made animations for torch idols, and although described as unisex, I personally use them only for female characters. There is a cautious and a neutral variant, and my favorite, a confident version, all lasting for about 10 seconds each, bringing life to all your female characters. Now let's take a look at Underdog Animations. This animation pack is absolutely massive, and it would probably take me at least half an hour to just go through it all, so to keep the video length reasonable, let's check out a couple of animations that I personally use. Also, these animations are completely wild, but in a good way, as it showcases authors' willingness to be bold with implementation. Torch idols from the pack is something I've been using for a while, but they're not your average animations. The characters holding the torch will not just be shifting their weight, but rather look around in a very pronounced way, either out of curiosity or even fear. Their condition is interior use, thus you will mostly see these being utilized in dungeons and crypts. Next, and also from the Underdog pack, we have different sitting variants for all characters. They range from gauntlet adjustment and neutral weight shifting to an impatient variant. Underdog goes as far as to animate movement on shallow water surfaces. It adds much appreciated weight to characters' movement, simulating water resistance as you move forward. Animations for bow idols are included, which animates your character in a bold and daring way. There are 3 different variants, simulating character awareness, mimicking arrow release, or just simply inspecting a bow. The pack also includes a unique sneak idol and movement that triggers once a character reaches certain sneak levels. And lastly, since I know the majority of you like your waifu characters feminine, perhaps you can try modern sitting animations. This set has a specific theme in mind and is one of my favorites from this author. It adds custom-made animations for chairs, benches, and bar stools, and goes as far as to add unique animations for certain thrones around the province. Alright, without stalling anymore, let's get to exactly why many of you have clicked on this video in the first place: combat animations. First, let's put our focus on animations that cater to Vanilla Plus setups and build up from there. Absolutely Average Greatsword Animations is an all-in-one pack that reworks every single moveset for Greatsword attacks. Firstly, it cleans up normal power attacks by making them less jittery, and then proceeds to completely redesign all power attacks. It changes side power attacks from a chaotic, uncontrolled swings into a more controlled flow. It does exactly the same to a frontal power attack, and the best part about the mod is that it animates first person as well to ensure maximum consistency. Since these only cover Greatsword, let's rework the rest of the two-handers. KG Animations is another pack that implements the same to battle axes and warhammers. It cleans up all normal attacks while drastically improving power attacks for both perspectives. If you're in the market for flashier movesets while still retaining vanilla movement, you can perhaps pick up Leviathan Greatsword animations. These also go beyond to make sure to rework everything Greatsword related, from a badass 10-second idle stances to different running animations for both in and out of combat scenarios, out of combat being on the left and in combat on the right side of the screen. Attacks themselves seem to be using full and Albor stances as a reference, while covering normal attacks and all power attacks. This pack is most likely the best Vanilla Plus option, as due to the way the leg movement is animated, the ice skating issue becomes almost unnoticeable, which proves it is possible to tackle this issue without relying on a separate framework. As far as marksmanship is concerned, previously covered packs were great, however this one surpasses all as its implementation expands on archery even further. Dynamic Bow Animation is a set that covers pretty much everything archery related, for sneak-type characters and rangers alike. The animation set comes with a 15-second idle animation, where the character wielding a bow is holding it in their left hand, lightly shifting their weight, while also looking around. The idle periodically transitions between a relaxed stance and being combat aware. Knocking an arrow looks disciplined, and arrow release controlled. Expanding upon the animation set, the author has given archers an ability to perform dodge shots. It uses Behavior Data Injector plugin to make this possible, and it's really cool to perform. I also like using Disable Turn Animations, a small plugin that removes jittering when aiming. It's not a perfect solution, but as you can see on the right side of the screen, the awkward fidgeting a character does when changing the direction of an aim gets removed. And of course, we have to mention Bow Rapid Combo, an archery overhaul covered in Best Mods of 2023. This mod is essentially a framework of its own, as it adds a bunch of movesets to your archery attacks, allowing you to perform dual shots, jump shots, acrobatic dodges from BDO, and even giving access to a secondary dagger weapon that can be used on command. And by the way, all of these archery mods work alongside one another. Next, we will add Spears of Skyrim, as I know many of us in the community have always wanted this weapon type in a game. This mod doesn't only add spears, but also introduces all metal types for the players to craft, ranging from iron and steel spears, all the way to Stalrim and Dragonbone, pretty much covering an entire weapon set. The reason we're adding these is because we want to utilize Modern Combat Overhaul in order to use community animations for spears. MCO has been covered previously, so we won't go too much into detail, but all you need to know is that it provides us with a framework to use weapon-specific animations. With that in mind, we will utilize Soldier Spear animations, and it includes equipping animations, idles, 4 normal and 5 power attacks, presented as hoplite lunges, extremely controlled swings, and precise thrusts with style. We are back at the arena, and this time around, let's check out some over-the-top animations for all playstyles. BDO Guardian is a pack that requires wielding an axe and a shield, using imported animations with forceful swings and strikes. Dragon's Dogma fighter moveset requires sword and a shield, with imported animations with precise and brutal attacks. Dragon Age staff moveset for mage-themed characters that supports all 3 elements with extremely stylized magic projectiles and discharges. Leviathan 2 animations for Greatsword, this time for MCO, following the same philosophy of the Vanilla Plus version, but more precise and controlled. Dragon's Dogma Dual Daggers moveset, an extremely versatile and acrobatic animations that takes advantage of in-game perks to add more attacks. Bloodskal weapon for MCO adds a weapon art to Bloodskal weapon, solving minor incompatibility between MCO and Bloodskal Barrow. All of these animations utilize Modern Combat Overhaul and can create some epic gameplay moments. Special thanks to Viper for her amazing female preset used throughout this entire video, Stone Spiral for his continuous help with armors and body slide files, Sonderbane for helping out with animations and OAR as a tool, and Noah for general modding tips and camaraderie. Other than that, let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more animation mods episodes, and make sure to endorse the authors and their work. If you want to support me directly, that can be best done by either subscribing to this channel or by checking out my social media in the description, Patreon, Discord, Twitter, but I'll cut the rambling for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.